All right, Sean, Sunday quarterback. We've seen this drill before. The Huskers, for the second time in 3 games, pitch a shutout defensively in the first half and then lose the lead late. Well, what was the story against the Badgers?
Yeah, I think for Nebraska, they just didn't have the pieces to finish a game like this. Everything was there. Wisconsin gave them the turnover. They scored 7 off it. They played the win. They got the Trey Palmer touchdown right before the third quarter ended. But the bad thing was they were going in the win the entire fourth quarter. So the management of the win was big in this game because it was extremely difficult to throw. And then Wisconsin had the win at their back to help set up the game-winning drive. So this was very much a management game. And it was very tough because Nebraska couldn't stop that Wisconsin run game. And then when they had to throw, it just wasn't going to happen in this win.
Yeah, Wisconsin really poised down the stretch, relying on that run game. Yeah, they ran it for 235, but they ran it 52 times. That's incredible.
This is not a stat game. This is not a pretty game. This is just win up front, get 4, 5, 6 yards, and that's what Wisconsin did. They didn't have a lot of gash runs. They had a couple bounce-out plays, but everything was 4, 5, 6, just tough November Big Ten yards, and that's how you win. That's how Wisconsin's won a lot of games in this league in the month of November.
Yeah, Wisconsin becomes bowl eligible now for the 21st straight season. Time of possession today, and this goes back to what we were just talking about, 37 minutes for Wisconsin, 23 minutes for Nebraska, and when Nebraska needed to possess the ball the most in that fourth quarter after making a defensive stop, they couldn't.
Yeah, Nebraska, they just couldn't get the stop that mattered. They gave up a wheel route. Javin Wright got beat in coverage. That was Wisconsin's biggest pass play, biggest offensive play of the game, and it got him inside the 5, helped set up the game-winning touchdown.
Disappointing on so many levels, but especially for those seniors. There's 12 we knew for sure, but it turned out to be like 30 or 31, including Casey Thompson, including Okshaw Mathis. How do you feel for those guys who chose to walk and then come up again short?
It's tough. I mean, I think there are 8 guys total that have been here since 2018. So not a lot of guys have made it 5 years in this program since 2018. And some of these guys have been here 6 years, like Brock Bando and Trent Hickson. So these kids have fought a lot for Nebraska. It's unfortunate they weren't able to get the win.
That's 10 wins out of 11 meetings, Wisconsin over Nebraska, since Nebraska joined the Big Ten. But let's turn the page and look forward. Iowa, there's one last chance. Yeah, there's not a whole lot to play for, but you could ruin your neighbor's season if you go to Iowa City and stun the Hawkeyes on Black Friday.
Yeah, I mean, trophy games are what's left to play for. They had a chance to win a trophy for the first time in this stadium in 9 years against Wisconsin. They got a chance now to do the same thing. They had not beaten Iowa since Bo Pelini's final game at Nebraska.
That overtime game, right? Yeah.
No Nebraska coach has beaten Iowa or Wisconsin since Bo Pelini, which is something hard to chew on.
Yeah, that's incredible to even think about. Mike Riley couldn't do it. Scott Frost couldn't do it. Now Mickey Joseph will get his last crack to beat Iowa. The Hawkeyes and Huskers on Black Friday in Iowa City.